This wipe, I wanted to break out of the norm and try using one of the most overpowered monuments in the game, the Sulfur Quarry. While playing solo, my goal was to wall it off from the rest of the server, which is a huge task in and of itself, but with a little determination, this is the story of how I took over the Sulfur Quarry. What's up guys, it's Solitude. We're back with another Rust video. This wipe I'll be playing solo, and with a large task at hand, I got straight to work, farming the roads, resources, and anything I'd need to get my starter base up. It's like it may be possible to wall into. Just have to get turrets up on the road. Could build a main base here looking over it. Let's actually start doing that now. I found the perfect spot to put my starter base. It was on a hill right above Sulfur Quarry, giving me the advantage of being able to monitor it at all times. But with my base being down, it was now time to set my focus towards getting key cards. I specifically set my sights for the red card in hopes of doing large oil rig, and ran into my first encounter at Satellite Dish. No way, I'm stuck. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. Game, please do not sell me like this. There's a guy coming up right now. Please let me out. Let me out. Let me out. There's no way I die like this. Oh, thank God. He was almost able to just walk up and mace me. And with some solid luck of finding an airdrop at the top of Dome, I knew my chances of being able to survive at Oil Rig were getting higher and higher. I ran airfield to get the red card, and I even managed to find a double barrel shotgun while I was looting around the area. Now we had everything we needed to go to Oil Rig. But before we left, we made some minor base upgrades in order to accommodate all of the loot we would be bringing in. It was time to head to Oil Rig. I went out into the middle of the ocean and called in the airdrop. An MP5 was huge. This was a tier 3 gun that would instantly help me progress. But as I started taking out some of the bots, my plans quickly changed. See, now although there was someone else taking it, that didn't deter me completely. I just wanted to put away the most valuable things I had on me and went back with just the double barrel. When you're still fresh on a server, every bit of loot counts. So after a play like that, I had to make sure to go back and depot everything I didn't want to lose. So that's exactly what I did, hoping to make it back to rig before the guy I killed beat me to it. I'm out of ammo. Honestly might die here. Let's go, let's go. EB for the win. I got there just in time, and managed to kill all of them for a few extra guns. And they came back again, but I wasn't going to test my luck with another fight, so as soon as that crate popped, I jumped off the side of rig into the water and disappeared into the night. And we made it back to base. Huge run. I knew I needed to build up my base fast, not only for raid defenses, but also just so I could show I control the area. So I recycled all my components at Outpost, and then bought a jackhammer in order to farm up resources faster. After building up my base for a little bit, I decided to go back to oil rig, and that's when I ran into a rather interesting situation. I think he died. He was coming back. So I guess the guys who I had fought before had died to the bots on oil rig, and I'll never complain about a few free extra guns. I went back to my base to depot, and then on my way back, I got distracted by someone at a satellite dish. But after killing him, I made it back to oil rig, got the crate, and it was pretty mediocre. Now that I had a decent amount of guns and kits, the next time Bradley got taken, I decided to go for it. No way. That sucks. Hey, but we put in a little bit of work with the bolty. You know, we were outnumbered. So close, but so far. We all know that feeling way too often in Rust. You win some, you lose some. And after that loss, I didn't know a win would come so quickly after.
GG, bro, have a good one.
Bro, I was stacked. Holy shit. 300 scrap. I guess that makes up for the loss a little bit. But now, I decided to switch gears a little bit. If I wanted to wall in Sulfur Quarry, I really needed to pick it up on the farming and base building. It was starting to get really late at night, so I decided to run cargo, and as expected, it was completely uncontested. When I got back from cargo, I continued farming from my base. That is until I ran into one of my neighbors. We didn't quite exchange a neighborly wave, actually it was quite the opposite, but you can remember this name and the names that'll soon be associated with him because they'll play a major role in this story. I had a feeling they'd be door camping me. I didn't think they'd be here that quick. But how did they not kill me? These guys suck. Cargo came out again, and because the last one was uncontested, I decided to go for this one as well. It was my neighbors again, but I had a strong feeling I knew what base they lived in, so I decided to set up an ambush. This is the base I believe they live in. So I waited, and waited, and waited, and finally I started to see some movement on the ocean. Oblivious. Whoa, that AK spray was terrible. It is super early in the morning. Sorry you guys didn't see that. Oh my god, he's right. We gotta get out of here fast. That's so good. god, I made it. I made it. I made it. Oh my god. You see, the plan 100% worked out. But on the other hand, I knew I was 100% getting raided tonight, whether online or offline. So I researched and set up all of my auto turrets, and then also had a goal to use all of my gunpowder tonight on different raids before I got off. So now, it was raiding time. So much sulfur. This is what I'm looking for. My final raid of the night, I wanted to be an online, so I found this group of players that was about 2 to 3 deep and were online, but I had no idea what I was getting myself into. I was not anticipating an armored door or that many people, so it was definitely not my greatest raid attempt. I think that was my wake-up call to get off for the night. It was like 3 or 4 in the morning, so you gotta cut me some slack. I went ahead and TC'd off Sulfur Quarry so nobody else could take it over, and then placed the initial walls down. And after securing Sulfur Quarry just a little bit, I decided to hop off and finally get some much needed sleep, hoping my progress would still be around for day 2. I got offlined by exactly who I suspected. It was my neighbors in the desert, who I stole all the cargo loot from. Luckily, they just blew straight into my core, so I still had 2 kits to my name, and they also didn't break the externals, so I still had my tier 3 workbench. But I knew it was coming, so I didn't let it discourage me at all. In fact, it made me want to progress even faster in order to get revenge on these guys. So I got straight to grinding, farming, running oil, hitting up cargo, anything I could do to put me back into an offensive position. Alright, we're actually looking pretty stacked again. And just a tip, if you guys get raided and your main base TC is destroyed and you can't place a new one down, you can destroy the externals, place down your main TC once again, and then place back down the externals, and then no need to rebuild. I also managed to get an airdrop that was right next to my base. With all the farming I was doing, I was stacking up on stone. So I started placing more walls around Sulfur Quarry. I was in my zone so much, I didn't even notice another group was running it. But I couldn't let them get away with it that easy. This was one of those times I had to defend. Win or lose, this was a chance to show them that this place was off limits. After that, they ran off. This was more than about beating them. This was just about sending a message. During all these farm runs for stone, I had also been farming up sulfur in order to do some raids to help me get back on my feet. So I went to go scout out the group I fail raided last night, and I met a very interesting individual.
Yeah, I got offline by these. That's why I took over their damn furnace base and I sealed it off. Fuck these kids.
Oh, I thought you were them. I tried to raid them last night. I'm solo, but I didn't. I failed.
No, they raided us. And they took the shit we had. We played for 2 hours last night just to get offline by these that have AKs.
I got you. Do you know which base they're living out of right now? Because they were living in the sheet metal one last night, but the stone one just popped up.
The 2x1 is decaying because they can't place a TC there. That might be my teammate. Yep. Motherfucker had a pumpkin head.
Alright, then I guess I will raid the sheet metal base. Holy shit. This was exactly what I needed. Guns, kits, comps, and so much stone to make walls for the sulfur quarry. And I was just playing solo, so I didn't need all of these guns. So I gave a few of them back to the guy who gave me good intel. Then I finally finished walling in sulfur quarry. The last thing I needed was to put turrets to guard the road. But before that could happen, I had a clan invite me to their party and ask me for help because they were about to get merge raided. When I found out that the guys who offlined me who lived in the desert were part of the merge raid, I couldn't say no.
They are locked in on me. Hey, sure, I'm gonna down with this.
That building ramps in that raid base for like ramp peaks.
Fuck.
Stealing, bro. We need this. Just use stone if you have to.
I'm on top of their roof on their other raid base.
Where did he come from?
I don't know. That nigga just spawned in.
Oh, I finally died. The defenders ended up winning the raid, and they thanked me with some of their loot. But the only thing I cared about was the diesel. See, whenever I was offline, I lost my stash, so this was huge to getting me back and past where I was before. Then, I decided to finish wiring my turrets that would be guarding Sulfur Quarry. If you guys were curious, about 18 diesel gives you 3 rows of sulfur. And I had almost 3 rows of diesel. But after getting everything set up, I hopped off for the night, feeling a lot more comfortable now that I know that most of the groups had used their boom. So day 3, I woke up and I was not offlined, but I couldn't say the same for everyone on the server. My enemies on the server, the ones who I wanted to get revenge on, were offlined. So that threw a huge wrench in my plans. I now needed to continue grinding up all the sulfur, while also finding a brand new target. I was running around the map looking at different bases when I ran into this one. This was the same group that was trying to run Sulfur Quarry while I was placing down the walls. So I decided I would raid them. So I went over, started building a raid base, then I started transferring loot.
Alright, this is the scariest part. This is all the boom. Well, not all of it, but you know.
But when I actually started raiding, things started to fall apart quickly. things were going downhill quickly, so I invited over the guys I had met earlier in the wipe to try and help me out.
Got a turret inside the core. Oh shit. Well, the turret's broke.
It's not always the happiest of endings, but I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And if you did enjoy, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.